like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep. Say I'm in too deep. And it's been 2 years, I miss my home, but there's a fire burning in my bones. Still believe, yeah, I still believe.
My world, our world, may keep changing, but I'm not going to let the days blur together anymore. This is my awakening. No backing down, no matter the obstacle. I stand for those who make up the fabric of my life, where I come from and where I'm going. I stand for my loved ones and for myself. My mission is to change the word challenge to opportunity. And my goal is to live without limitations. Let's make a declaration together. Our future has no boundaries, no limits, no ceilings. I'm opting in, signing up, and raising my voice. Today is the day I recommit to my shine, to reaching out and digging deep for inspiration, to shouting out loud when I need help and when I can give it, to ensure that all of our voices are heard and the person behind each voice is served. For myself, for my community, for our health, and for so much more. Because my promise is to live fierce every day. There's strength in possibility, strength in numbers, and new opportunities are going to keep on coming. With the American Heart Association by my side, I'm ready for them. Because we live fierce.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you all today. Welcome to the 2021 Go Red for Women digital experience, presented nationally by CVS Health and locally by Kindred Healthcare and Baptist Health. I'm Haley Minogue, and it is so great to be with you all today. And what a way to start off today's program, guys. Living fierce has been pretty tough this past year. I am not going to lie. But I have challenged myself to live more fiercely by taking my health serious and really committing myself to exercise, which as a mother of a 2-year-old has been a challenge. But you got to take care of yourself. That's why we're all here today, right? We are so excited to connect with you all today. We would like to thank you for inviting us into your home, your office, wherever it is that you are right now. 2020 was the year that everything changed. It challenged everything that we knew. It shifted our realities and it rocked us to the core. But through it all, we didn't quit. We did not quit. We did not turn away from the challenges. We proved our resilience. So now let's take that determination, that drive, that fight that we have in us and use it to inspire others. We're going to demand health equity. We're going to take control of our health. And we're going to lead with empathy and fight for our communities. Let 2021 be the year that we embrace change and we boldly and proudly live fierce. Now more than ever, we want to celebrate, connect with women. The work the American Heart Association is doing has never been more important. So who do you go red for? I want you to type the answer in the box on the side of your window, who you go red for. For me, it is my grandmother, Betty. She passed away in 2018, and she really battled heart health issues her whole entire life, dating back to her early teenage years. So it's important that in these next generations, we take her experiences, we learn from them, we educate ourselves so that women don't have to suffer in silence and without knowing truly what's wrong with them. We encourage you guys to chat with each other and participate. We've got a lot of people right now saying mom, dad, they're best friends. I love that. I go red for my daughters. Going red for your kids, that's very important. My husband, my family, great. And for me, that's important too, guys. You got to go red for yourself. You've got to take care of yourself. We encourage you guys to keep up this conversation throughout today's program and participate in that chat box. And in addition to chatting within this experience, we want you to amplify it on all of our social channels. We hope that we inspire you to dress up a little bit today, which, trust me, I understand that is post-worthy in and of itself. And maybe you just want to, show off a little bit of your red. Maybe it's a red shirt, maybe it's a red dress, even if it's just red lipstick, whatever it is, whatever you got in you today, guys, we want you to amplify that. Take a picture, post it using hashtag #GoRedLou. We enjoy hearing from you. We want to keep this chat going throughout the entire program. Today, we are going to come together and raise funds to support the American Heart Association. We have an amazing interactive thermometer this is my favorite part of the program. Every time it comes up, just watching it. I love that so much. We're going to track our progress. Look at that. That's so excited. Sorry. That is so exciting, guys, to see that money already coming in. I hope that you all are going to feel inspired to show your support, to make a difference in our community. The instructions to donate, you can see them right there at the top of your screen right now. The information is also going to be along the bottom of your screen throughout this program. And it's so cool, like I said, to see some of you guys already coming in. We got Melanie, Debbie, Jan, Anne Marine, Jill, Charlene, Margaret, and Catherine. Guys, look, I'm so proud. I love seeing these names come through. We are going to check back in with this thermometer, so keep it coming, guys. And now here is Katrina, the Executive Vice President of Marketing and Communications for the American Heart Association, with an important message.
Hey, everybody. I am so excited to be here with you today. Listen, I got to be honest. Y'all are my peeps. I love spending time with people who love people. And if you're a part of this Go Red for Women movement, there are 3 things I know to be true about you. First, you care about your community. When you heard that 1 in 3 women will die from cardiovascular disease, you said, oh no, not on my watch. Losing even 1 woman is just too many. I also know that you believe that we can defeat heart disease. You understand the power of using your voice to make a difference. And when together we do that, we become the collective force of many. Now, the third thing I know is that you're busy. How do I know? Because only busy people get things done. Listen, we are parents and professionals, spouses and siblings, caretakers and community workers. Whew, I'm just tired talking about it. And yet, life is still full of possibility. And yet, there is so much more we can do. The thing is, though, when we're this busy, it's so easy to let our own self-care fall off of our to-do list. That's why today, while I'm grateful for all you do for Go Red for Women, I want to talk to you about you. I want to talk about how you can prioritize your self-care so it goes from being a buzzword to a way of becoming, a way of being, beginning with first thing in the morning. I want to challenge you to own the tone for your day. Now, what do I mean? That means that you set the tone before your feet hit the floor, that you express a moment of gratitude, that we be all in with our lives. See, what usually happens is we wake up, roll over, and grab our phone. And then whoever texted, tweeted, or sent us an email, we give them permission to set the tone for our lives. Nope, no more. In prioritizing your own self-care, you make the courageous decision to set the tone, express a moment of gratitude, and then leave your phone alone for 30 minutes. Yes, I know it seems impossible because, the zombie apocalypse could have happened overnight and you need to know. But you know the funny thing about our phone? It rings. So if there is something important you need to know, somebody will call you. Listen, when you take care of yourself, when you prioritize your own self-care, you own the tone for your day. The second thing I want to challenge you to do is cultivate selective ignorance. Now, see, most of us have FOMO, that fear of missing out, which is why we buy into this 24/7 news cycle. But science tells us the more news you watch, the more depressed you'll become. So we have to get in the habit of protecting our own peace of mind by cultivating selective ignorance, where you decide how much news you consume, where you decide what comes into your spirit so that you can stay powerful and positive all day long. The third thing I'm going to challenge you to do is to focus and finish your top 3. Now, what are your top 3? It's your well-being, your health, and your wealth. Each day, I want you to focus on doing one thing in each of those categories that's good for you. For your well-being, it might be that you read a positive word each morning. It might be that you incorporate joy breaks into your day. That's that 15 minutes on your schedule that you set aside just for you. For your health, pick just something. Y'all, I know it's tough. Everybody's telling us what to eat, how much, what to do, how often to work out. You pick the thing that works for you. Drinking more water, getting exercise. If all of that is too much, I just want you to go outside and get some fresh air for 5 minutes each day. Pick one thing you can do, one small step for your health. Finally, your wealth. That's how we earn a living. Listen, most of us have 50,000 things on our to-do list. We set ourselves up for failure each day. So I want you to pick the one thing that you must finish each day and do that first. I promise you, self-care can be more than just a buzzword. It can be your way of being. If you own the tone for your day, if you cultivate selective ignorance, and you focus and finish your top 3. As a Go Red woman, I already know you are strong, you are resilient, you are empowered, you are fierce. So own your life, prioritize you. Let's you and I live fierce and be a relentless force together.
How about that energy? I'm living for that. Katrina gave some great tips. I hope you guys took notes. I know that I did. So let me know in the chat box how you guys are going to live fierce. The work of the American Heart Association would not be possible without each one of our amazing sponsors. So let's take a moment to recognize their generosity and their dedication to Go Red for Women. CVS Health became a national sponsor of Go Red for Women in 2017 with a pledge to join the fight to end heart disease. In 2018, they furthered that commitment with a 3-year pledge. Millions of times a day, close to home and across the country, CVS Health is helping people on their path to better health. So thank you, CVS. Kindred Healthcare is our Life is Wise sponsor, which has included support for Go Red for Women, Hardball, and Heart Walk for the past 3 years. Next, we want to recognize our new presenting sponsor, Baptist Health. Baptist Health committed to supporting Go Red for Women in Louisville for the next 3 years. We already kicked off our work together on May 18th with a vaping community conversation about the dangers of e-cigarettes, how they are marketed to kids, and how they can be easily hidden from adults, plus what we can do about it. So look for more informative sessions from us in the future. Delta Dental of Kentucky has been an amazing supporter of Go Red for over 10 years. Thank you to U of L Health for sponsoring our Red Couch Tour, which you definitely are going to learn more about later on in the show. And the Friends of Heart sponsors are Bachman Auto Group, Bright Springs Health Services, Express Mobile Diagnostics, Kentucky Farm Bureau, and Kroger. And Beyond the Table sponsors, Care Tenders, Clark Memorial Hospital, C.D. Williamson, Republic Bank, and WellCare of Kentucky, and then the media sponsors, WHAS 11 and Today's Woman. So thank you again to all of our sponsors. We really could not do this without you all. And now I have the honor of introducing Bianca Umat from our presenting sponsor, Baptist Health.
Hi, I'm Bianca Umat. I'm an interventional cardiologist at Baptist Health Louisville. Far too many women have lost their lives to heart attack and stroke, but together we can make a difference. Baptist Health is a proud sponsor of the American Heart Association and the Go Red for Women campaign. Thank you for your support of their life-saving mission.
As an organization working to be a relentless force of a world of longer, healthier lives, the American Heart Association is committed to ensuring everyone can enjoy more years focusing on the people and the things that matter most to them. 1 in 3 women, 1 in 3, are impacted by heart disease, yet 80% of cardiovascular diseases are preventable. We know losing 1 woman is 1 too many. We fight to accelerate science, to ensure that all women are aware and equipped with the support that they need and the resources to fight our leading cause of death. There are 3 special groups who are leading that fight. The Circle of Red Society of Leaders use their influence and ambassadorship to help increase awareness of heart disease in women. They personally make an annual commitment to Go Red for Women at the $2,500 level or above. And then our National Cor Vitae Society, which is Latin for the Heart of Life, is an annual philanthropic giving society. These donors who make an annual commitment of $5,000 or more are taking a stand by personally investing in the mission of the American Heart Association. These generous donors have made the mission of the American Heart Association a personal one. And while I know they appreciate the networking and the gathering opportunities, they appreciate being a part of the AHA's life-saving work even more. We invite you to join Circle of Red or Cor Vitae today. And I want to introduce you all to a new group of change makers, our Women of Impact. Each year, a select group of individuals are nominated to be part of this initiative because of their passion and their drive to make a difference. They are dedicated to making a lasting impact on the health of our community.
She's just a girl and she's on fire, hotter than a fantasy, lonely like a highway. She's living in a world and it's on fire, filled with catastrophe, but she knows she can fly away. Oh, she got both feet on the ground and she's burning it down. Oh, she got her head in the clouds and she's not backing down. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on fire. Looks like a girl, but she's a flame. So bright she can burn your eyes. Better look the other way. You can try, but you'll never forget her name. She's on top of the world, hottest of the hottest girls. Say, oh, we got our feet on the ground and we're burning it down. Oh, got our head in the clouds and we're not coming down. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire.
Wow! Congratulations to Lisa. We are so happy for you. Amazing success from all of our Women of Impact. Thank you so much for leading the way in our inaugural year of this campaign. And again, congratulations to our 2021 Woman of Impact winner, Lisa Nally. So now I would like to invite Beth Rosenbaum from Kindred Healthcare to say a few words.
Hello, I'm Beth Rosenbaum, Chief Counsel at Kindred Rehabilitation Services. Please join me and the entire Kindred family as we support the American Heart Association Go Red for Women campaign in the fight against cardiovascular disease, the #1 cause of death for women. Go Red supporters such as us share a common passion of helping women to live longer, healthier lives by challenging them to understand their risk of heart disease and empowering them to take action to reduce such risk. Through the Go Red for Women campaign, we all come together to support the extraordinary work that is being done to serve the many women and their families afflicted by heart disease. At Kindred, we share the mission with the American Heart Association of building an equitable and sustainable culture of health in the Kentuckiana region.
And as we know, heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and our heart and stroke patients need us now more than ever. It is time for my favorite part of this event, the part that I remember every year. It's the part where we share a story that emphasizes the importance of the American Heart Association and their life-saving work. So please welcome Mary Elise Paul, our 2020 Go Red Chair, and more importantly, mom to Stella, who we all have grown to love during the past 2 Go Red for Women luncheons. She's going to introduce you to this year's Open Your Heart story.
Thank you, Haley. My name is Mary Elise Paul. I'm an attorney with Stites and Harbison, a member of the American Heart Association Board, and the mother of a heart warrior named Stella. Many of you had the opportunity to meet Stella last year during the Go Red for Women luncheon. For those of you who didn't meet Stella, let me tell you a little bit about her. She's a 3.5-year-old pediatric heart transplant recipient. At 6 weeks old, Stella suffered cardiac arrest, received 75 minutes of CPR, was placed on life support for a week, and miraculously recovered, but at 8 months old, received a gift of life, a heart transplant. In the last year, she has blossomed. She's talking up a storm, meeting her milestones, and has a big personality. She enjoys helping in the kitchen and in the garden, likes playing golf and tennis, and she loves to go swimming and down the slide. She's also quite the little yogi, and she's had the opportunity to enjoy virtual ballet classes in the last year. The 3-year anniversary of Stella's heart transplant is approaching, and Stella's journey has made me eternally grateful for every moment I have with her, and it continues to inspire me to fight for heart disease and raise awareness for the importance of education, research, and funding to help women lead longer, healthier lives to support the mission of the American Heart Association. I'm excited to introduce you to Golda. Golda's story inspired me to fight even harder for life-saving research, and I have no doubt that it will do the same for you. Meet Golda, hear her incredible story, and an update on how she's doing now.
I am a mom of 3, and I've been married for 7 years. I am the youngest of 5 kids. I'm my dad's youngest daughter. He didn't want me, and I'm his favorite. Josh and I met 11 years ago.
It was love at first sight.
Everything was falling right in line. We had our son first, which was exactly what I wanted. Then we had our little girl, and then we had Cooper, and our family was complete. Yeah, and then everything changed.
That's one thing I can say is that we did have it all. We thought this is what we wanted, but an event like this, you care less about anything else. Everything you thought was your dream is no longer the dream you want.
I knew that I was really sick during my pregnancy with Cooper. I'd had symptoms really after the birth of Luella. I started having a lot of dizziness, and I was lightheaded all the time. So I finally went to an urgent care, and the urgent care doctor kept telling me that it sounded like I had asthma. He couldn't imagine that I had not been diagnosed with asthma before. So he did an x-ray to rule out pneumonia, and it showed that my heart was enlarged. I made a cardiology appointment that next Monday. I was like, I'm not messing around anymore. Somebody's gonna figure out what's going on. I've been sick for too long. I went to the cardiologist appointment, and as soon as he walked in, he looked at me and said, "You're too young to have something wrong with your heart." He said that he would do an echo stress test to prove to me that there was nothing wrong with me. I went in for the echo stress. As soon as I sat down and she started the echo, I knew something was wrong. She says, "I'm really sorry, we can't put your heart under any stress." She said, "You have a reduced ejection fraction." I called my husband, told him that everything that I'm Googling is telling me that I'm in heart failure. And if my number's above 30%, that I can recover from this.
I knew something was wrong. Sorry.
The doctor called me back from his cell phone and said, "I'm really sorry. I know why you're feeling so puny. You have what we call peripartum cardiomyopathy. You're in chronic heart failure." And I said, "What's my number? What's my ejection fraction?" And he said, "You're at 15%. My husband was on the porch and he was just sobbing uncontrollably. And to see your husband cry is absolutely one of the hardest things, because you know that it's serious then. You know that you're not just being dramatic anymore. This is serious.
I'm a mechanic, so I can fix just about anything. This I can't fix. There's nothing I can do.
When I went to Christ, I met Dr. Chung, who I absolutely adore. He told me how serious it was and what we could do, and you know, what my options were and the recovery time. But he also was very honest with me and told me that the likelihood of me recovering was very slim. I'm strong, and when you have kids, you do what you have to do, and you get better, because at the end of the day, all I'm asking for is more time to raise my kids. Worst case is I crash and I don't get any better. They hook me up to an LVAD in the hospital and I wait for a transplant. Best case, I live like this for 20 years. I stay on medications, I take care of myself, I eat healthy, I exercise, and my heart holds out. And then I worry about, in 20 years, what's going to be different then? What has research and funding gotten us then? When I look at my kids, all I think about is if I'm not there on their wedding days and the day they graduate and the day that they have kids. You know, when you have kids, your mom is like your number one person that you depend on, and I don't have that, so I need my kids to have that. I need Luella to, you know, have her mom.
Hopefully, you know, people continue to support the vision of the American Heart Association.
I'm 30 years old, and I really feel like there's hope that with research and funding that it's just going to keep getting better, and there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just trying to fight for the future and fight to raise my kids and make a difference and raise awareness so women know that this can happen, that you can look perfectly healthy on the outside and be dying on the inside.
My vision for the future is that, you know, things get better. Her heart can last long enough till technology catches up and, you know, something can be done.
I just am trying to get every last beat out of this heart that I can get out of it before I trade it in for something new. I have high hopes that the American Heart Association's research will make my vision a reality.
Hi everyone! Thank you for allowing me to join you for this virtual Go Red for Women experience. The work of the American Heart Association is so important, and I'm thankful for the research advancements being made. So much has happened and changed in my life over the last few years. We've had so many highs and so many lows, and of course, a global pandemic. Both myself, my husband, and our children had COVID-19 earlier this year, and it was our greatest fear. It was absolutely terrifying because my immune system is still compromised and my heart is not fully recovered. Luckily, I had pretty mild symptoms, but I know not everyone is as lucky as me. Heart and stroke patients are at a much higher risk for complications if they do contract the virus. I feel incredibly grateful with my outcome. And I am extremely happy to share with you all that my heart is getting stronger each day. At my last echo, my ejection fraction had increased all the way up to 40%, which is almost a full recovery. At 55%, I'll be considered recovered, and we are excited for my next appointment. Ever since I was diagnosed, I've been in fight mode to survive and be there for my family. I will continue to fight for my health because I refuse to leave my kids without a mom, and I refuse to miss the most important moments of their life. We set a goal today to raise $25,000, and we need your help. Please consider a gift to support the millions of Americans living with heart disease. I know there are so many of you watching today that have been personally impacted. Research has come so far in just a few short years. Imagine what could be accomplished with your gift. Thank you for supporting me and women everywhere. Thank you.
Such an inspiring story. Thank you so much to Golda for sharing that story with us. And of course, thank you to Mary Elise for the update on Stella. And before we move on, I want to be sure to thank our presenting sponsor, Baptist Health. Their support for the American Heart Association is vital to helping the AHA fulfill its life-saving mission. So thank you again to Baptist Health. The American Heart Association measures its success by the number of lives saved and lives improved, lives like Golda's and Stella's. And we know that funding that research is key. This ensures that the American Heart Association has the greatest impact on lives everywhere, including right here in our community. Help the women in your life by supporting ongoing medical research and advancements in the treatment of all forms of heart disease and stroke. 1 in 3 women will die from heart disease, but we know that even 1 is too many. As a reminder, you can text GOREDLOU, that's GOREDLOU, to 41444 to make your donation. Look at that thermometer, it continues to climb. We've got Jamie and Kimberly, a couple of anonymous donors. We thank you, we see you, even though we don't see you. Melissa and Kim and Melanie and Debbie, thank you all so much for donating today. Please give what you are able to. Of course, every gift counts. Our goal today is to raise $25,000. And with every dollar, your support for the American Heart Association will find ways to celebrate life through science and research in communities here and around the world. All right, we've got Dawn, Melanie, Jan. Thank you guys so much. We really cannot say enough about this. So with a gift of $2,500, you are going to join the Circle of Red Society. It's an extraordinary group of women and men that are championing the fight for women's lives. Continue to see our donors, guys. Come on, let's go. We've got this. We've got Dawn and Kara. They are leading the charge. Let's go. $1,000 could be the difference in safeguarding our children's future, giving them a world where the healthy choice is always the easy and the obvious choice. If you're under the age of 35 and you choose to give this generous amount, we are also going to welcome you as an emerging leader in our Circle of Red Society. Jamie, Lauren, Sharon, Catherine, Ann, thank you for your generosity. $500 could provide ongoing professional education to emergency medical personnel and physicians so that no woman is turned away or misdiagnosed when facing a heart attack. Got Clint, Amy, Lakita, Leah, thank you guys so much. And $250 could train 10 teachers in hands-only CPR. I love watching this thermometer go up, guys. Keep it up. Jill, thank you so much for your donation. Charlene, thank you so much for your donation. We are so thankful. As a reminder, you can text Go Red Lou, all one word, Go Red LOU, to 41444 to make your donation. Bertha, thank you so much. Gretchen, thank you so much. So keeping our eyes on this thermometer, we are watching it rise, guys. This reflects all of your gifts today, but of course we want to thank everyone who also gave before this event started out. So thank you everyone for your generous support. Thank you for uniting us and joining Go Red for Women's fight for a healthier future free of heart disease and stroke. Please feel free to continue and make your donations as we move along with the program. So now it is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker today. Some 50 years ago, Catherine Childers made history as one of the first female special agents selected to carry a badge in the United States Secret Service. Her life reads like an action movie, one that would scare most of us to death. The story she will share with us today is real. As a little girl, her father taught her to face fear with a dead-eye aim, and she's been doing it ever since. Today, she's going to share her father's simple advice that changed her life, and it might change yours. So everyone, please welcome Catherine Childers.
Hello, I'm Catherine Childers, coming to you from my cottage near the beach in Rockport, Texas, where I live just up the coast from Corpus Christi. I'm really thrilled to be with you today as we celebrate Go Red for Women. I find it sobering that today, 1 in 3 women will die of heart disease. You know, growing up, I thought only men got heart disease. My wonderful father would die of a heart attack at 72, about the age I am today. Later, my big brother suffered a heart attack while he was skiing. He survived because of advancements in research and cardiac care. We can change those stats as they apply to women. I joined the American Heart Association in the Circle of Red to be on the front line, where I call them the Rosie the Red Riveters of the war against heart disease, because it's killing us, our sisters and our mothers. But you know, this isn't my first rodeo nor my first women's movement. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. So the question is, how did an ordinary girl like me get a job at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Well, it started, of all places, when I grew up in the mountains of Colorado and Utah. When I was 7, I wanted to be a cowgirl, didn't we all? Actually, I wanted to be Annie Oakley. She was the sharp shooting star of the Buffalo Bill Wild West show. I had the horse, but there was one big problem with my big dream. I didn't know how to shoot my dad's old .22. Well, one day he agreed to teach me, and we took a can, kind of like this one. It's not the real can, but it's kind of become a good prop for me about what we did. He placed the can on a post. He showed me how to snug that old rifle into my shoulder and take aim. Then tears ran down my cheeks. I couldn't pull the trigger and told him, "I'm scared." He replied, "That's okay. Maybe you're not ready. You're little, and you know you're just a girl." Well, I thought those were fighting words. "No," I said, "I'm just scared." He patted me on the head and said, "Well then, just do it scared." And I really believe that that day, that can, and his advice directed the path of my life and changed it forever. During high school in Pueblo, Colorado, I was athletic. I was a competitive tennis player, skier, but you know what? There were no teams for girls in those days, except one, of all places, in the basement of the Centennial High School gym. There was a shooting range, home to the Centennial High girls rifle team. And what turned out, I was good at it and became one of the best shots in Colorado, even beating the boys. When I graduated from the University of Colorado in 1969, it was a really turbulent time, filled with frightening but exciting change. Then women had 3 options. You could teach, nursing was an option, or you could become a secretary. Although I got a degree in education, I just wasn't ready to settle down and teach 3rd grade. I wanted to go to Washington, where the action was. Well, remarkably, I got a job on Capitol Hill working for a congressman from Colorado. Some months later, a girl from the office told me, we were sitting having lunch, and told me, "You won't believe this, but they're hiring female bodyguards to protect the president's daughter, Tricia." I thought, how do you get a job like that? She kind of laughed and she said, "Well, you first have to know how to shoot a gun." "I can do that," I said. "Oh, no, you can't." She couldn't believe I could. But as history proves, I was selected as one of the first 5 women to serve as special agent in the United States Secret Service after that conversation. Then the question came up, were we ready? We were ready, actually, but I wasn't sure the male agents were ready for us. We were the first. I also wondered if the world stage would be accepting of women. Would they take us seriously? Well, you be the judge. Let me read from an article that I kept from the Washington Post the day after we were sworn in. After that day, we thought they'd take us seriously, but here's what the article said. 5 young women took the oath of office today as special agents of the United States Secret Service and became the first of their sex to join the 106-year-old history of the agency. Get this, customarily they would be referred to as pretty, or at least attractive, since this is true of most young women successful in their careers. They didn't mention much else except that 3 were brunette, 1 a golden blonde, and the 5th had short, dark, frosted hair. No mention of trust and confidence, skills, or training. Little did that reporter know how easily we could have broken his pencil and taken him down with our thumbs. Well, after the swearing in, they handed me a big box with all my gear. A .357 Magnum service revolver, a badge, a commission book, handcuffs, and 6 extra rounds of ammunition. I can even remember today thinking back, I'm going to need a bigger purse. But the big thing was an American Express card in my own name, just like the one I carry today. In those days, ladies, girls didn't get credit unless their husband, father, or a brother signed on it. The bottom line, you couldn't just get credit yourself. So I put that card in my wallet. I put on my uniform. Now, you didn't know that agents had uniforms, but they certainly did, and you'll probably recognize it. Well, first there was on-the-job training. For almost a year, we learned jiu-jitsu, hand-to-hand combat, additional training with firearms, even though I was a pretty good shot, undercover investigation, and even how to drive the presidential limousine. My office was the White House, where I protected the president, the first family, his daughter, yes, and foreign heads of state like Israel's Prime Minister Golda Meir and the Princess of Spain. I was on duty during state dinners, official events, and South Grounds arrivals. Fascinating, yes. Scary, yes. I even got to sit next to the first man to walk on the moon, Neil Armstrong, at the Apollo 14 launch while protecting the visiting Princess of Spain. The remarkable part and the fun of it was that no day was ever the same. I'd rotate back and forth to undercover assignments, buying counterfeit money, bouncing across the country to protect political candidates. But there was nothing about my life that was predictable. And I liked it, but it was also the time that scared me. I was scared I might fail or die trying, but I didn't. Eventually, I was assigned to protect the children of the late President John F. Kennedy, John and Caroline, and traveled with them and their mother, former First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. I became known as the pistol-packing nanny, but that was okay. I kind of liked it. My instructions were to keep them alive and happy. Although tongue-in-cheek, I was also supposed to keep them from embarrassing the President of the United States or their mother. Haha, they were teenagers. Well, for 2 summers, I traveled to one of the most beautiful islands in the world, the Greek island of Skorpios, where they vacationed on board the yacht Christina. I also set out with Caroline for a summer camp in the mountains of Austria. That was a fun one. There I was an undercover ski instructor and a tennis coach. I even followed her on horseback during a fox hunt in England. That was a good story. Everything I learned as a kid growing up was coming into play, and that's probably why I got the job. That and the fact that I wasn't scared to try anything. I did it even if I was scared. The last time I saw Mrs. Onassis, I was in New York walking down the street on another assignment. She was coming the other way, walking in her classic style, quiet. She stopped and we talked for a moment. She was so gracious and asked me in her elegant, breathy voice what I'd been up to since leaving the protection of her children's detail. I told her and she replied, "Oh, Miss Clark, you live such an interesting life." And I can remember thinking to myself, it's so only relative, ma'am. Here's one of the most admired women in the world suggesting I lived an interesting life. Well, I did, and it was very kind of her to say. I loved my career, but then things changed, as they always do, and I left the Secret Service to marry a Texan. So that's my story, at least part of it. What's your story? How are you going to embrace the fear you face throughout your life, no matter what it is you're scared of? But let's talk about health, particularly when it comes to your health. The fact that you have joined this American Heart Association event today means you've taken the first step. And you're not just standing there shaking in your little cowgirl boots or cowboy boots. Go ahead, put your can on the post. My challenge to you is, if you're scared, whatever it is, embrace it. Embrace that fear and just do it scared. Put yourself first and make yourself a priority, especially when it comes to your heart. I hope you were encouraged by hearing my story. It was an honor to be with you today. And it's an honor to be part of the front lines of the Go Red for Women, joining together, changing history in the fight against heart disease and stroke. Thanks.
What an amazing woman. And talk about living fierce. Put your can on that fence post, everyone. I love that. I'm going to use that now. And as another reminder of how important supporting women's heart health is, here is a video from our Red Couch tour.
I worked at a high school with special needs children, and I couldn't function as well as I needed to. I was really tired a lot, and in 2006 is when I had EKG because I was having heart flutters. Well, it came back abnormal in 2012. My cardiologist said, "I think it's time to slow down and talk about getting on the transplant list." My heart was working at 35%. So after the series of tests, they put me on the transplant list on March 10th. This is 2017. Easter Sunday, April 17th of that year, I got a phone call. And I was so tired. We had been to a family dinner. My husband at the time, he said, "You better answer that." They said, "Melissa?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "This is a Jewish hospital." She said, "We have a potential heart for you." And I had this glorious feeling come over me, and I was so happy, and I just couldn't believe it. Everything just went so smooth, like it was supposed to. And I'm just so grateful at that. I'm a miracle. I feel like I'm a miracle.
We want to educate the community to ensure that they know the signs and the symptoms, and this can happen to anybody. And so we want to make sure people know what they're looking for and to go to the doctor, get checked out, because you just never know. As we heard today, listening to her story, seeking early care can help save a life.
The best thing was just being able to hold my grandsons and walk with them in the backyard, and things that I dreamed about that I was afraid I was not going to be able to ever do. I really don't know much about my donor. I want him to see me. You know, his heart went to somebody that has meaning to live now. I'd give anything to meet him. But it may be in the right time it'll happen.
Another incredibly inspiring story. It's been an absolute pleasure hearing from everyone and joining you all today to MC this event. So let's do one more final check of that thermometer. Let's see it. Oh my gosh! It took off, guys. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much for your contributions. I am always in awe of the generosity of the people that are part of this event and in our community. We raise money that is going to impact us right here at home. We heard stories of perseverance and survival, and we came together to celebrate the women in our lives. And now I want to introduce you all to the woman who will lead us in the charge in 2022, Baptist Health COO, Gretchen Leiterman.
I'm Gretchen Leiterman, Chief Operating Officer for Baptist Health Louisville, and proud chair of the American Heart Association Louisville Chapter 2022 Go Red for Women. I've been an American Heart Association volunteer for over 25 years, and I'm especially passionate about Go Red for Women because it focuses on raising awareness of women's heart health issues, closing the gender gap in STEM careers and research, and addressing inequities in access to care and treatment. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for women in this country. If you would like to make a difference and join our Go Red for Women team, please let me know. We would love to have you join us on this journey.
Thank you so much to Gretchen. We look forward to seeing what you and your team will accomplish. So finally, as we think about all that we've accomplished in the last 17 years, let's think about the next 17. As Go Red for Women looks to the future, we know it's no longer just about wearing red, although we do like wearing red. It's no longer just about sharing heart health facts. It's about all generations of women everywhere making a commitment to stand together. It's about going red in your own way and showing the world how we as women refuse to compromise when it comes to our health. So not only can we do this together, but we will do this together. After all, there is nothing more unstoppable than a woman and women united for a common purpose. So stand back, watch us be a relentless force for a world of healthier, longer lives. That's a wrap for me on this 2021 Go Red for Women digital experience. Thank you so much for being with me here today. And until next time, live fierce and go red.
This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Stop me right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep. I say I'm in too deep. And it's been 2 years. I miss my home, but there's a fire burning in my bones. Still believe. Yeah, I still believe. And all those things I didn't say. Wrecking balls inside my brain. I was screaming loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Stop me right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. A lot of fight left in me. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight